My girlfriend went out late at night to take care of her sick so-called little brother. But instead of begging her to stay like the original guy would have done, I did the complete opposite. I called over her hottest rival right then and there. The next day, I timed the video call perfectly during her caretaking hours, and watched her face drop when she saw what was on the screen. I said lazily, "What is wrong? Did you not go take care of your brother?" The house felt empty, so I found someone to keep me company. Is that not normal? Do not get the wrong idea, we are just good friends. I am tired, please do not make a scene. Before she could explode, I hung up. After all, if she could have a little brother, why could I not have a little sister? The second the video call ended, the living room went dead silent. Jade raised an eyebrow and slowly tied the belt on her robe. She let out a low laugh, her tone full of playful mischief. I give it 10 minutes before Ms. Gu storms back here. I leaned back lazily on the couch, picked up my glass of red wine and took a sip. I bet 5 minutes. The words had barely left my mouth when the front door slammed open. Like someone had kicked it in, and sure enough, Guyan was back. Her eyes were red, her chest heaving. Her gaze cut right through Jade, who was sitting there completely unbothered, and then landed on me. Her voice came out through gritted teeth. "Lin Yang, you better give me an explanation right now." I swirled the wine in my glass, acting as if I could not see her absolute fury. What explanation? I looked up and played dumb. I just had a friend over to hang out. There's nothing wrong with that, a friend. Guyan looked like she had just heard the funniest joke of her life. She stepped forward, grabbed my wrist and said, "What kind of friend sits with you in a bathrobe?" "Lin Yang, do you have any shame at all?" The disappointment and rage in her eyes could have swallowed me whole. If the original guy were here, he would probably be falling apart crying and trying to explain himself. But I was not him. I calmly pulled my wrist free, and said in the most unbothered tone, "Guyan, please do not make a scene. We just watched a movie together. She had just gotten out of the shower, that is all. You being this suspicious and paranoid is exhausting." And every single word was something she used to say to brush off the original guy. Guyan choked on her words, her face going pale, then flushed. She looked like she could not believe these words were coming out of my mouth right on cue. Jade sighed beside us. "Ms. Gu, please do not be upset. Yang and I have always messed around like this. She really does not see me as a woman. But since you clearly hate me being here, I will just go then, this classic fake humble manipulative act." Jade pulled off perfectly. I immediately grabbed her arm as she pretended to leave, and gave Guyan a mildly reproachful look. "Why are you snapping at her? Guyan, when did you get so petty?" "I am petty." Guyan was shaking with rage. "A woman shows up at our place in the middle of the night, and you are defending her. What about Lucas then?" I dropped all pretense and smiled as I turned it around. "He is a man, is he not? You get one call from him in the middle of the night, and you go running. How come you are not worried about a man and a woman alone together?" I stepped forward and looked her dead in the eyes, and delivered each word, slowly pinning her to the spot. "If you can treat Lucas like a little brother, then why can I not have Jade as a little sister? You cannot have it both ways." Guyan's lips trembled with no comeback to give. Completely trapped by her own logic, she said nothing, slammed the door and left. The living room went quiet, and I finally let out a breath and looked over at Jade. Sorry you had to witness all that. Jade dropped her usual carefree act. She poured herself a glass and looked at me with a complicated expression. "Lin Yang, do you remember the college debate competition? When you were on the other side and left me completely speechless. I was caught off guard." She gave a self-deprecating laugh. "Back then I thought you were someone who belonged in the spotlight, confident and proud, not like this, trapped here burning yourself out over one person." She set down her glass and looked at me seriously. "Guyan, not appreciating you is her loss. I am not helping you for the show. I just genuinely think you deserve better than this." Looking into her sincere eyes, I felt some of the resentment that had been stuck in the original guy's chest finally ease up a little. She was right, he did not deserve to be like this, and that poor guy definitely did not deserve that kind of ending. I pressed my hand to my chest, and let my gaze go steady again. "Relax. We are just getting started. Everything the male leads in these kinds of stories go through. It is about time you awful people got a taste of it." The next day, Guyan did not come home. I was perfectly happy with the peace and quiet, and actually slept well for the first time in ages. Until evening when the front door opened again, Guyan walked in supporting a frail figure beside her. It was Lucas, the one I had seen in photos countless times. He was wearing all white casual clothes. His face was pale, almost translucent, and his slender frame looked even more fragile under the slightly oversized outfit. The whole person gave off this delicate, sickly vibe. Guyan avoided my eyes, set Lucas's suitcase down on the floor and announced, "The doctor said Lucas's body is still very weak. He needs to rest, so he will be staying here from now on. It is easier for me to look after him." She paused, then added, "3 meals a day. It is not a big deal to make one extra portion." Lucas also flashed a perfectly timed weak little smile. He gave me a satisfied once-over, then sweetly linked arms with Guyan, and said in his most helpless voice, "Yan said she would not stop worrying, and insisted I come stay here. I hope that is okay with you, Yi Yang." The provocation could not have been more obvious. I was about to say something, when a sharp stabbing pain hit my chest out of nowhere. That was the original guy's broken soul screaming in rage. He was desperately pushing me to demand why Guyan brought this person home. To tell him to get out of their house right now, the emotion was so intense, it nearly overwhelmed my reason. I took a deep breath and pressed my hand to my chest, pushed down that wave of bitterness, and let a bright smile spread across my face instead. "Of course I do not mind, why would I?" "Welcome, Lucas, little bro." My enthusiasm threw both Guyan and Lucas off completely. I acted like I did not even notice their shocked faces, and kept going, warmly. "Guyan is right, your health comes first. You need to be taken care of. And honestly, having more people around makes it livelier. I get lonely being here by myself." Then I pivoted and clapped my hands like I just remembered something. Actually funny you mention it. I was just about to bring this up. "The house is about to get even more lively." Guyan's brow furrowed slightly. "What do you mean?" I tilted my head toward the front door. Jade's company and apartment are both getting renovated right now. All that dust is not good for anyone. She has been staying at a hotel alone, and I could not stop worrying about her. So I already invited her to stay here for a while, right? As I said that, the doorbell rang. I hit the button and in walked Jade, pulling a silver suitcase, strolling in like she owned the place. She had on a casual outfit. And when she saw the scene in the living room, she raised an eyebrow in mock surprise. "Oh, everyone is here!" She winked at me, then turned her gaze to Guyan, whose face had gone completely dark. "Ms. Gu, I hope you do not mind me imposing for a while." "You should not mind, right?" The air in the room seemed to freeze. Lucas's smile stiffened on his face, and Guyan looked like she had swallowed something rotten. Now things were getting really interesting. Day 1 of 4 people living together, and the battle lines were drawn right there in the kitchen that morning. Lucas was up early, wearing a little blue apron, tenderly setting down a bowl of carefully simmered abalone congee in front of Guyan. "Yan, please try it. I simmered it all night," he said softly. "I just hope Yang likes the taste too." Hinting that I had slept in, I acted like I did not catch the dig and walked straight to the counter. Pulled 4 eggs out of the fridge. Guyan frowned, her tone edging toward a command. "Lucas made breakfast for you. Sit down and eat." I ignored her completely, turned on the stove, let the pan heat up and poured in the oil. With a loud sizzle, the pan filled with the rich smell of frying eggs, a stark contrast to that watery congee. I cracked all 4 eggs into the pan and fried them into perfect runny yolk sunny side-ups. I plated 2 for myself and put the other 2 on a separate plate. Guyan's temple throbbed and she spoke through gritted teeth. Lin Yang, why do you have to be like this? I stabbed into the yolk and the golden liquid slowly oozed out. I took a slow, deliberate bite, then finally looked up at her. With an innocent smile, you have your brother's lovingly made breakfast. I have my high-protein meal. Oh, and by the way, I pointed to the second plate. That one is for Jade. She is taking me through a heavy lifting session, soon big energy expenditure. I picked up both plates, stopped paying them any attention, and walked into the villa's private gym. Jade was already in there. She had just finished a warm-up set. Her fitted workout tank showing off perfect muscle definition with a thin layer of sweat on her skin, radiating that healthy and effortlessly attractive energy your fuel. I handed her the plate, she took it, and started eating without any ceremony. An hour later, Guyan appeared at the gym doorway with a dark expression. She had probably come to make a scene, but what she saw stopped her dead in her tracks.